Aarons, oh my gosh, what a great freshman. You're going to be a great leader for everybody that wants to participate, be smart in class, and show that they have enthusiasm for school. Don't ever lose that spirit, John. It's wonderful.
Hey Brittany, Mr. Grunsky here. Hey, I just want to tell you that I'm really proud of you getting involved in this program, trying to become a bigger leader and a bigger part of West High School. I hope you find it really rewarding and you have a great time. Take care, my friend.
Najee Bayham, incredible young man. As a freshman, having him in sports marketing, I look to him all the time for his strong leadership. He is such a wonderful young man. He's very smart. He's friendly. Although he's quiet, he's one of those quiet leaders. He just doesn't miss a beat being polite and kind to others. He is a great young man.
Connor Blunt, I'm so excited that you've chosen to attend the Leadership Conference this year. You have some great qualities, and I'm looking forward to seeing you turn those positive qualities into being a leader and making great decisions. Have a great time.
Carrie Brick, it does not surprise me that you're at a leadership conference. You are such a strong leader with your gregarious personality. You're a very thoughtful person, and you seem to make friends wherever you go. So congratulations on going to this leadership conference. Have fun.
Nick Daniels, having you in class and seeing you in the gym. You're a quiet kid, but yet I know you have a will and work ethic to do the best you can. And leading by example is a great place to start. And hopefully you can expand and become a leader in other ways. But good luck at the Leadership Conference.
Hey, Corey and Davis, Mr. Grunsky here. You know what? I think you are one of the coolest kids that I've met this year. I'm so proud of how you are getting involved in this program and wish you all the luck in the world as you become a bigger leader here in the school. Take care and be good, my friend. I'm thinking of you. Hey, Ethan, Mr. Grunsky here. Just want to say good luck as you work on this program here. The fact that you're trying to be a bigger leader and bigger part here at West High School is very awesome, and I wish you a lot of luck and a lot of success as you work on this program. Good luck, my friend.
David Gasper, having you in class, what I notice is you are a hard worker. You're not afraid to roll up the sleeves and get to work and do what you need to do, which is a great attribute to have as a leader. Hopefully you can expand in other ways to be a leader, but working hard is a great place to start. Good luck at the Leadership Conference.
Hey JJ Grant, I just wanted to say that I think that you're going to be a great leader. I think that you are a really positive person. You're very hardworking, and those are great qualities in a good leader. So I hope that you enjoy this conference. Congratulations, and I think you'll make an excellent leader here at West.
Hi, I'm talking about Sam Huckle. What an absolute fantastic young man. He is so smart. He has the biggest heart. He is so courageous, and he is just the greatest kid. I absolutely love that kid.
Sam Heapus, you are extremely intelligent and very mature for your age, and I think you're going to continue to be an excellent leader in choir and at West in general.
Taylor Kelnick, it does not surprise me that you're at a leadership conference because you're definitely a very strong leader. I see this every day as you constantly raise the bar, not just for yourself, but for your classmates as they see you step it up and continue to try hard on every assignment you do. When I think about you, I think about a student who perseveres and always is striving for that 4. So congratulations and have fun at the leadership conference.
Karis Keller, what I noticed about you is you have a great personality. You can have an easygo manner, but yet I know you're a very good competitor and want to do the best you can. And I think that is infectious. The best way to lead is by example, and you do a great job of that. And good luck at the Leadership Conference.
Jolie and Carly Cohen, what great students you are and show signs of leadership. You're both so hardworking, responsible, great listeners. You ask questions, you want to learn, you're confident and responsible. You'll be great at whatever you do.
Turner Craft, freshman. Now, freshmen, as most people know, I make fun of freshmen just because they're freshmen, no offense. However, some freshmen like you don't act like freshmen, which is nice. You're focused in, you do a good job, you get your work done in class as well. Keep it up and you'll do great in high school.
Abby Lawrence is a very dedicated student in my engineering class. She's also a soccer player on the West soccer team. She does very good work in class, very good effort. My only knock would be that she just seems to stand there in soccer. But of course that's because she's a goalie.
Joe Lotus, what a fantastic student. Joe has the characteristics of being a great leader. What a sunny disposition he has every day. He's not afraid to try new things, challenges himself. He's considerate of others and very honest person. Joe will be a great leader.
Allie Montez, congratulations on being at a leadership conference. You are definitely a leader. You have several leadership qualities. You are fun, you are fearless, and you are hardworking. It has been a pleasure to have you in class, Allie. Have fun at your leadership conference.
Spencer Pierce, I have a good sense of humor, but yet know when to work hard, and I know you're committed to doing the best you can in what I have you in Fayette, but also in baseball and football, and keep that up. That's infectious, that work ethic, and good luck at the leadership conference.
Josh Redmond is a perfect example of a student who comes in as a freshman and is learning the ways of high school, and in a very, very short period of time, though, develops into a very delightful young man. And he's very, very intelligent, and if you sit there and if you spend any amount of time with him, you will see what wonderful ideas he has, how smart, how sharp, how witty he is, and the potential that he has to continue to develop over the next 3 years and really, really be a very impactful individual in this school.
Danny Rhodes, throughout the course of the year, I've seen you grow up quite a bit. At the beginning of the year, you're a little bit squirrely sometimes, and throughout the course of the year, I've really seen you grow into a leader and be a positive role model for all of your classmates, especially on the basketball court.
Griffin Spence, oh my gosh, met that kid earlier this year. He has the best attitude. He is so funny. He cracks me up even when I have days that I'm not super happy. He just makes me smile. He has the biggest heart. He's really smart. He's just a great kid, and he loves it when I call him all different things like Spence and Spencer and Griff, and he's a great kid.
Jaya is great, hardworking. She has an integrity and a dedication. Everything she does with care. She does it with a sense of purpose, and she's a wonderful, hard-working girl.
Jill Toth, what I noticed about you in class is you're a hard worker, you have a great personality that attracts people to you. Hopefully you can expand on those two good areas of leadership and develop even more. Good luck at the leadership conference.
Capri Whiteley, what I've noticed about you is you have an extremely positive attitude, and I think that's going to make you an excellent leader throughout your years here at West.
Jamie Zylstra is in my engineering class. Very consistent, very hard worker, always gets her work done to the highest ability. Very pleasurable to have in class, and I hope to have her again in future years.
Heather Anderson, looking forward to your leadership in the Super Pod in the soprano section next year.
Jordan Androsky, what I noticed with you in hiding class is you have a very good sense of humor, and humor is a great asset to have and draws people to you and your personality, and hopefully you can expand in other ways to be a leader, and using those traits, positive traits of your personality to your advantage. Good luck at the leadership conference.
Tyler Benson. Tyler Benson is a great guy, hard worker, excellent role model in class and on the track. Always has a strong desire to improve himself, understands his strengths, his weaknesses, and would ultimately make an outstanding leader. Megan Burr. Megan Burr is extremely committed to her sports and her education. She's an outstanding student along with being an outstanding athlete. She has a very strong sense of character, and I think she's an individual that others ultimately really look up to.
Melanie Carlson, I've noticed that you're a very assertive student when it comes to your projects in the classroom. This quality would make for a great leadership role. People are typically drawn to individuals with this kind of quality because they see that this person has a lot of confidence and is very motivated. And I can see you being a leader eventually with whatever it is that you go on to do.
Evan Charbonneau, I have you in class, and while I know you're kind of a quiet kid, yet you really want to excel and do what you need to, but leading by example is a great form of leadership, and you do a good job with that. And hopefully you'll expand on that at the Leadership Conference. Good luck there.
Dyson Chimura, congratulations on going to this leadership conference. It has been a real pleasure getting to know you this year. I think you have a very endearing personality because of your quirkiness, your goofiness. I think that goofiness is a very good trait of a leader because it's so endearing. People are drawn to you. Just be careful that you mix that quirkiness with a serious side, because I think the best leaders out there are the ones that are goofy, but then when it's time to get serious, they get serious and people will follow them and do whatever it is they take. So have fun at the Leadership Conference, and I look forward to having you again in class next year.
Hey, bonjour, Juju. That's my good juju going on. Good spirits in class, very positive, participates. Again, another student that just likes to be smart, and there's nothing wrong with that. Show those kids that you can be a smart leader, a lot of fun, and friendly to everybody. Good luck, Juliana.
Andrew Dresdow, what I noticed about you is you're extremely hard worker, dedicated to do the best you can, and I think that's infectious to other people around you. You're here early in the morning working out, getting to be a better athlete, better wrestler. Carry that over, and good luck at the Leadership Conference.
When I think of Sabrina Dupay, I think of a quiet leader, somebody that is always in the background helping people out in just the quiet, subtle ways. She has a great sense of humor, is always there to help you out, and is really smart as well. Peace, Dupay.
Maria Giesier. Maria has a strong desire to accomplish whatever she sets her mind to, academically and on the track. She never complains. She's always happy. I would say she's a very self-disciplined type of student and athlete. She sets high goals for herself and high standards, and ultimately achieves what she sets her mind to.
Okay, Sammy Gonzalez, this is what I noticed about you. You are always so positive in class, you're always happy, you're always smiling, and it's very infectious. I love having you in class for that reason, because you always make my day a little brighter, and that is going to carry you on so you can be successful.
Nick Herenda, you are going to be a great leader someday. You work well with others, you're hardworking, you take risks, and get along well with so many people. Go get 'em, Nick.
Matt Jansen, you are one dedicated band member coming into Morning Jazz every week, Tuesday at 6:30. Awesome.
Marcus Kelly. Marcus is a great leader on our track team. Works very hard. Extremely excited to see what he can do on the football field next year, and then again on the track for the following spring.
Alex Kermendy, what I noticed about you is, besides on the short side, is that you're a hard worker. I know you want to excel in baseball, and you put a lot of time and effort and work into that, which is a good form of leadership to have, and hopefully that is infectious to your teammates. Good luck at the Leadership Conference.
Juliana Koenig, also known as Juju. Juju has a very good, contagious personality. She's got ultimately a really good, positive attitude about everything. Great sense of humor, makes people laugh, very caring, and just ultimately works real hard on the track and in class.
Maddie Kopczynski, I have noticed that you are a very positive person and very approachable from your peers. I think that you make an excellent leader and will continue to.
Cody Kujawa, what I noticed about you is you're an extremely hard worker, put 100% into everything you do, working in the weight room, in Phi-Ed, in any sport. And again, I think you're also not afraid to voice your opinion, and that's important in leadership, right time and place. And good luck at Leadership Conference.
Nathan Labatt. I love Nathan because he can joke around with everybody, have a great sense of humor, but right away bring it back down to what we're learning in class. He mixes well with all the freshmen and the sophomores, and even the juniors in class. That's what I like about Nathan, is he's not classist. Good luck, Nathan.
Hey, Nick Legacki. I've seen you on the ice in hockey, and I know that you're a good leader and you're very motivated in your sports, and I've had you in class. I think you've got a wonderful personality and bring a lot of great traits to leadership. So I hope that you enjoy this conference. Congratulations, and I hope you continue to be a great leader here at West. Linny Lindblom, she's incredibly smart and talented in both arts and academics. She's always outgoing and friendly. I had her as a freshman and I'll always remember her as being such a joy to work with.
Jessa Lozanecki, I can't say your name right, but you're in Masters and you're going to be awesome. Spike!
Jesse Lozanecki. I think that you are a very excellent leader because you are approachable, you are positive, and you joke around with me in choir.
I like how you say Jesse Lozanecki.
Jesse.
Evan McCune, good luck to you as you attend the Leadership Conference. I see leadership potential in you as you work through accounting, and I know that you're displaying leadership qualities out on the lacrosse field. Good luck at your conference.
Lauren Pequin, your character and commitment are two of your greatest strengths. Whether it be sports or schoolwork, you give it your all, and everyone greatly respects you for that.
Nick Radloff, what I noticed about you is, again, you're dedicated to working hard to become the best athlete you can. I think that's infectious. You set a great example to your classmates and teammates, and good luck at the leadership conference.
Chase Sharnak, just a very, very polite, wonderful kid. He's always been very, very nice and very adult-like, which is really, really nice to see out of a sophomore. He has a very quiet presence, but if you sit here and pay attention to him, the way that he behaves, the way that he conducts himself like a much older, more mature person. And I think that just by example, Chase demonstrates the qualities that that a good student athlete should.
Trenton Shaw, you are the embodiment of a student athlete. Your commitment to your schoolwork and your sports is unparalleled, and this certainly will serve you well in your future.
Ashley Solberg. Ashley has a very good sense of humor. Very compassionate. I've seen her compassion on the track quite often with her teammates, with injuries and helping them out. And also I would say Ashley has a real good smile. She's very, people are attracted to her because of her friendly, good-natured, great smile, personality.
Hi, I am so thrilled to talk about Jordan Weiniger. I had her in class for the first time this year. Absolutely love seeing her in the morning. She is such a bright, young, beautiful young lady, has the best attitude ever. I'm so thrilled that she's involved in golf, and she's just a gem of a young lady. Brett Zickert. I love that kid. He has the best sense of humor. His buddies always like him. I always see him kind of talking during class, just a little bit appropriately, but he's fantastic. He's a smart young man. He's a polite young man. He's nice. He's a great kid, and he's really well liked. I see that a lot. So Brett, you're a great kid. I'm really proud of you.
Alex Androsky. Alex is one of my favorite kids on the track team. He's always smiling, works extremely hard, always on time. Really excited for his senior year of track.
Paul Balzer, I think the most important trait or most noticeable trait in Paul is that he is a very, very deep thinker. He's a kid who is very approachable. If you ask him something, you're going to get a very, very insightful and very heartfelt answer. I think above all else, he's just a very, very kind human being, very thoughtful, flirtatious sometimes, but he's a good guy.
Hey, Eric Bjorklund, congratulations on making the choice to go to this leadership conference. I'm just honored to know you in that I've had you in an English classroom, a telecommunications classroom, and of course in the drum line. I'm really looking forward to the leadership you and the other seniors are going to provide for us next year. It's going to be a great year. On the marching band field, I'm looking forward to it. Have fun today.
Aaron Brody. Aaron is one of our distance runners on the track team. Works very hard, fighting through some injuries this year, but I'm really excited to see what he can do in cross country as a senior and hopefully get to state.
Ernest Colliser, you're one heck of a guy. I appreciate you as a student because you're always happy and you always get the job done. Really appreciate that.
Joe Coxey. Joe's a great kid. I have him in my Graphics 3 class. Always excited and great golfer as well.
JJ Dank is full of life and energy and brings so much fun to the classroom. And on top of all of that, he's a wonderful student and a great guy to have in class.
Oh, my sweet Hannah Duncan. I love that girl. She had her for the first time this year, got to know her, and she's just a gem. She works really hard. She has a great attitude. She's very, very smart. I love catching the news about her in the newspaper with gymnastics. I'm just so happy that I know her and so proud of her. She's made great decisions and worked really, really hard. She's a great young lady.
Anu Alongavan, you are a very talented student athlete. In the classroom, track, and the cross-country course, Anu, you know how to get to the top of the mountain and what it takes to get there, and you show other students how to do it as well.
Lily Fair, I have her right now in anatomy and physiology, and she's a great role model in the fact that she is intrinsically motivated, positive to work with, and always is able to find a path to success.
Harper Foote is such an insightful young woman that when I read her essays, I always become inspired to be a better person. She really is thoughtful and kind and interesting, especially when it comes to her writing.
Hey, Adam Fowler, congratulations on making the choice to go to this Leadership Academy or this Leadership Conference. I think it's a great thing for you. I kid you all the time about this, about you being in everybody's video announcements, but I think that's a pretty good trait, that you are so liked, that you're so welcome to be in everyone's video announcements. I think that's a great sign of you as a leader. I guess in closing, I think you are fine like sand.
Janie Gadsby is a young woman that always strives to be her best and to do her best. She's extremely conscientious and a true joy to have in class.
Rachel Gans, very calm, quiet, and collective, very good at what you do, and work very well in the group.
Kelly Gold, you are a natural leader. Leadership can take many forms, and with you I see this unmistakable, quiet confidence and strength, and you are a natural leader.
Katie Brawl, I've known you for a few years in sports. I thought you were very quiet, wasn't sure what was going to work. But in math, you're definitely a good student in math and focused, and on the field, especially in soccer, you're a monster. So, good job.
Brittany Green, where's the bell on this thing? Well, you've got spirit. Yes, you do. Thanks for bringing it to my class.
Valerie Grunfelder. She is such a great young lady, such a beautiful young lady. It's been great to know her through the years. I knew her older sister, and when I think about Valerie, she just has done an outstanding job making her own path. She's so smart, she has a beautiful heart, she's great for this school, she's really an outstanding leader. She's just a gem of a young lady.
Carly Hoffman, very quiet in class, yet focused. And yet in sports, you don't want to get out, you don't want to get in her way. You know, I don't want to get in your way because you're great at just getting to the ball and you know what I mean? So, good job.
Ian Howden, when something's not right, he fixes it. Wish more people would do that.
David Konowalski, what a delightful young man. He has matured so much since his freshman year. He understands the team aspect of things. He understands that an individual can't get anywhere, that it takes people around him, and he knows how to get others on board in doing the right thing. And anyone that Erica has chosen to go out with, I think that also demonstrates what a wonderful person he is too.
John Jake, how you doing? One of the nicest students I've had in class, and focused in, and it carries over to sports.
T-Mac, you're going to be a senior in Masters. You know what that means. Counting on you.
Andrea Mader, what can I say about you? To me, you are already an awesome leader. I see you lead in class by example, and I've seen you lead out on the softball field. Have a great time at this leadership conference, and I can't wait to see what next year holds for you.
Mackenzie Mailing, you're going to hit a home run next year.
Ben Milzer is one of the best athletes on our track team. Great jumper, great sprinter, and one of the nicest kids we have on our team. Very excited to see what he can do the rest of his career. Ben Nelson is one of our distance runners on the track team. He's a very funny kid, very hard worker, truly excited to see what he does as a senior in cross country and then again back on the track.
Mickey has a wonderful, dry sense of humor. It has been a huge pleasure to have all of Mickey's brothers and sister in class. Mickey is insightful and thoughtful. thoughtful, but always adds a bit of sense of his humor to our classroom discussion. Thanks for being such a joy in class.
Claire Peralt, also known as Claire P11. She's an incredibly caring individual who always puts others' needs before her own. She also has an artistic flair, as we can see in this depiction of the tympanic membrane.
Pat Reuter, what I notice about you is you want to do well, you're serious-minded, and like to have a little fun, but I think your serious nature approach to things is infectious, and keep working to do the best you can, and good luck at the leadership conference. Drew Rhodes, what I notice about you is you're a committed athlete, you want to do well for yourself, for your teammates, you're not afraid to be involved in a big play, big pass, big shot, and having that leadership to step up and live with results is a good quality.
Hey Ryan Rogon, congratulations on going to this leadership conference, and I got to say it's been awesome to have you in these telecommunication classes. I think you've really grown in what it is you're doing in the class. You and your guys that you do your videos with started out kind of making these videos where you just kind of play the same character, and that's this kind of inept, dumb reporter kind of person, and you're really starting to show a lot more creativity. You're learning to really kind of broaden the type of stories you tell and how you tell them. So excellent job with this. Congratulations on the leadership conference. I'm looking forward to having you in class again next year.
Hey, Sam Schmitz. I'd just like to say that I was always really impressed during the wrestling season that I had you for last year. Your determination and your positive attitude, no matter if things got rough or they're going well, you always had the same determined attitude, and I really appreciated that, and it should serve you well for the rest of your life. Talk to you later, Sam.
Sabrina Serrano. Oh my goodness, what can I even begin to say? She is absolutely fantastic. She's a doll. She is such a sweetheart. She is such a beautiful young lady. She is so smart. I just look at her in awe all the time because she is such a wonderful young lady with such a big heart and gives so much to everyone in their lives.
This is for Jessie Stam. Jessie, I've got under the impression that there's nothing you can't do. Whatever you set your heart on, you will achieve. And that it's a fine example to others in your role of leadership of others.
Syverson. Yes, Aaron Syverson. There's a lot I could say, but I only have a little bit of time to say it. So basically, when I first met you, and I've known you since you were a little tiny girl, known your family, I thought you were one of the quietest of your siblings. And then I got to know you as a student. Very outgoing, very fun, and very good at sports. Hey, Abby Tester, how you doing? You are definitely a go-getter in class and on the court. I definitely watch you focus in pre-calculus and do a very good job and do everything very neatly. And on basketball court too, you're focusing on what you got to do.
Austin Betta. What I like best about you is that you always have the ability to make people laugh, but when it comes down to being serious, you're able to be serious. I saw you last year become a leader in class by always having your work done and by participating in class discussions. I've also watched you become a leader athletically in our school and see that other people look up to you for your accomplishments in sports.
Nick Walker, I see you as a quiet but conscientious young man. I'm so excited that you've chosen to attend this leadership conference, and I hope you have a wonderful time and bring back some awesome leadership traits for next year.
Nate Walls is a leader. He is a great kid that in my English 11 class always shows exemplary schoolwork and really helps lead and guide the class in discussion. Good work. Amber Weiss is an incredibly bright young woman who not only has a great sense of fashion, I always get excited to see what Amber's wearing each day, but she's incredibly insightful and adds so much to our class discussion. I'm so proud of you, Amber. Keep up the great work.
Emily Engdahl. One of the greatest qualities that I see in you is that you do what feels right in your heart to be right, even if that carries consequence or criticism, and that is a great sign of leader.
Hey, Zach Hastings, it's been a great 4 years with you. I say that very sincerely because you were obviously with me your freshman year in AP Prep English 9, and I've obviously had you in the yearbook class for a few years, and I really do enjoy your company. You're one of these people that if you and I weren't in current relationship we're in, I think you'd be someone I'd hang out with. Someone I'd choose to be a friend with. If we were in high school together, if we were in college together, you've got a really great personality. I sincerely enjoy your presence in my life, and I only wish I'd be a teenager right now walking to West High School instead of an adult. Perhaps we could have a different kind of relationship. But congratulations on the leadership conference today, and good luck in baseball season this year. I know it's something you take very seriously. I hope you and the guys out there have a great year this year.
Leah Katzum, you are a very determined yet personable young athlete and leader that leads others through what you do in the classroom and on the field and at your summer camp. Leah, you do not wait for opportunities, you make opportunities.
And can you believe she used to date Zach Hastings?
Oh.
Allie Lohman, she's a wonderful, wonderful student to work with. It's been a joy to get to know her. I enjoy her positive attitude in class. I enjoy her questions, and I enjoy her leadership qualities as she moves our class forward.
Hey, Mark Switolski, Mr. Grunsky here. Hey, I just want to think that it's really cool that you're doing this program here at West. I know that as a senior you wouldn't have to be doing this, and there's not a lot of you guys doing it, but you're stepping up, being a good leader, and going to leave a good legacy behind as you graduate. Take care, my friend, and good luck.
Derek Urban. The thing that came to mind as I was preparing for him was WWDD. What would Derek do? Derek, I think, exemplifies all that is good. He is so polite, so wonderful, and always so willing to help out, and you can't say enough good things about Derek, other than the fact that he hasn't learned how to throw a sidearm knuckleball yet. I'll work on that with him.